Have you ever walked into a messy environment and felt a weight, a restlessness that is hard to explain? Have you ever woken up and just by looking around and seeing everything disorganized, felt a tiredness that seemed not even yours? You may not realize it, but the accumulation of things around you is more than just a problem of organization. It is a sign that there is stagnant energy around you, and stagnant energy affects the soul. It affects the emotional. It affects the spiritual. Most people think that mess is just a reflection of a busy routine, lack of time, laziness, or even a bad day. But what if I told you that oftentimes mess is the most visible symptom of a disorganized spiritual field? That the external chaos, that pile of forgotten clothes, the scattered papers, the accumulated broken objects, all of this speaks directly of what is happening inside you? Nothing is by chance. And in spirituality, everything is energy. Everything vibrates. Everything emits frequencies, including objects, environments, and habits. When you live surrounded by accumulation, excess, and disorder, you begin to absorb this same vibration. Your energy becomes blocked. Your soul loses its flow, and your life begins to grind to a halt. Have you ever felt this? That nothing is moving? That you have no mental clarity, that you feel a weight that has no name, that everything is confused, even when nothing serious has happened? Physical clutter is just the tip of the iceberg. What lies behind it are emotions that have not been processed, decisions that have been postponed, unresolved pain, and cycles that should have ended a long time ago. That object that you don't throw away, that box that you avoid opening, that corner of the house that you always leave for last, all of this is a pent-up energetic memory waiting to be looked at, cleaned, and released. Have you ever wondered why certain places in your house are always messy? Why is it so hard to organize that closet, that drawer, that room? Sometimes it's not just disorganization. It's because there's an emotional charge there that you haven't been able to release yet. It could be a gift from someone who has passed away, a piece of paper from something that left a mark on you, an item of clothing that you no longer wear, but keep just in case you need it. But do you really need it? Or are you just afraid to let go, to close what is already closed? Until you let go physically, you will not release it spiritually. Your home speaks to you. Your room speaks to you. The way your objects are positioned, how your clothes are folded or thrown away, how your bed is or is not made. All of this reflects your internal state, and the environment responds. When you enter an organized, clean space with air circulation, soft lighting, and a pleasant smell, your spirit finds peace. But when you live in the middle of a mess, what your soul feels is exactly the opposite: confusion, heaviness, slowness. And worse, environments like these become fertile ground for negative energy. Yes, mess opens doors, because where there is disorder, there is a gap. And where there is a gap, there is an entrance for everything that feeds on confusion. Disturbed spirits, obsessive thoughts, emotional illnesses. Have you ever noticed how messy places are more prone to irritation, discouragement, and insomnia? Have you ever woken up tired, even after hours of sleep? Have you ever tried to meditate or pray in a disorganized place and felt like you couldn't connect? Have you ever noticed how arguments happen more easily in cramped spaces, full of junk, and with little ventilation? It's not just psychological, it's spiritual. The energy accumulated in physical mess turns into a spiritual blockage. And maybe you're there right now, looking around, realizing that your soul is begging for release. That it's not just the house that needs space, it's you. Your spirit needs to breathe, it needs to circulate, it needs to flow. Because when you organize on the outside, something inside you also starts to align. Before we continue, I want you to leave a comment below. Do you feel like the mess has affected your balance? Have you noticed a difference in your emotional or spiritual state after organizing a space? Share your experience. This can open the eyes of many people who are living in chaos without knowing that this is the reason for exhaustion, anguish, and stagnation. And of course, if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, subscribe now, like this video, and share it with anyone who needs to understand that spirituality also lives in organization. It is very important for us to continue exploring together the mysteries, myths, and truths about spirituality and energy. Because in the next part, I will show you how to recognize the places in your home that accumulate the most negative spiritual energy and how to do a conscious cleanse with simple but transformative actions. Your soul is asking for space. And sometimes it all starts with a drawer. Most of the time, the place where the most energy accumulates is the one you pass by every day and no longer even notice. This happens because stagnant energy settles precisely where there is forgetfulness, carelessness, and procrastination. And the first of these places is the entrance to the house. Yes, the front door, where the flow begins and ends. When the entrance is dirty, cluttered with broken objects, abandoned shoes, and stagnant energy, what comes in with you there is not just physical. That is the border between the external world and your inner temple. And if it is loaded there, everything that enters will absorb that. Have you ever felt a heaviness as soon as you get home? Have you ever had that feeling of, I don't even want to go through the door? Maybe it wasn't just tiredness. It was your spiritual field reacting to the blockage installed right at the entrance. A good cleaning with coarse salt dissolved in warm water, wiped with a cloth and with faith, can completely transform what goes in and what stays there. Another critical point is under the bed. How many forgotten things do you keep there? Old shoes, closed boxes, wrinkled clothes, memories that you no longer remember. But your spiritual field remembers because you sleep on that energy. During sleep, your soul expands, and if there is a true deposit of dead energy underneath you, what do you expect it to absorb? Try cleaning that space. Remove everything. Apply lavender, place a white quartz crystal or a small glass of water with 3 pinches of salt in it overnight. Then throw the water away in the morning. Do this for 3 nights and see if there is any change in your sleep, your dreams, or your state of mind when you wake up. And your closets, they are the champions of blockages. Clothes you haven't worn in years, objects you keep just in case you need them one day, old papers that just take up space. All of these hold back the flow of life, because where there is no space, there is no renewal. And your soul needs renewal. It needs to feel that there is room for the new. Each piece of clothing stored away with attachment and no use is like a locked door, and you don't even know how much it weighs on you. Do this exercise. Take 5 pieces of clothing that you haven't worn in over a year and ask yourself, does this represent me? Do I wear it with joy? Does this piece still resonate with me? If the answer is no, let it go. Donating is a powerful way to move energy. When you consciously remove something from your life, the universe understands that you are ready to receive something new, lighter, more aligned, more vibrant. Another neglected and burdened corner is the bathroom. It is a place to discharge, yes, but it is also a place of great accumulation. It is there that everything that the body rejects is released. But often we do not take care of the energetic cleansing of these spaces. Did you know that keeping mirrors clean, a small vase of herbs such as rosemary or basil, or even dropping 3 drops of lavender essence on the floor can help to neutralize dense charges? The bathroom must always be clean, well ventilated, with the toilet lid always closed, not only for hygiene but for energy. The toilet, spiritually, is an exit portal. And if it is constantly open, what should have already gone keeps circulating, and we cannot forget the drawers and bags, where you accumulate small things. Every old piece of paper, forgotten coin, expired medicine, or key to something that no longer exists, holds a vibration. Small, but added together, it blocks the flow around you. Cleaning out these drawers, placing a small piece of charcoal or a dried bay leaf with your name written inside them can transform the energy stored there. Have you ever tried doing this? And the most subtle of all, the energy of objects belonging to people who have passed away. We often keep things out of attachment, out of love, out of remembrance. But is keeping something that directly connects us to grief, pain, or a time that has passed really doing us good? It's not about erasing the memory. It's about releasing the energy that holds it back. If it's something that brings you peace, keep it with gratitude. But if the object is heavy, makes you cry, causes destructive nostalgia, then maybe it's time to honor that memory and move on. Have you ever wondered how many pieces of the past you still carry around, afraid of no longer having a future? The soul asks for space, it asks for lightness, and clutter is often the silent cry of the spirit saying, "Clean the outside, and I'll clean the inside." And now I ask you, do you feel that the disorganization of your home is reflecting on your emotional and spiritual balance? Which of these places affects you the most? Have you noticed a difference after a deep cleaning done with spiritual intention? Comment below about your experience. Share it with anyone who needs to hear this truth. And of course, like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This is what allows us to continue together, exploring the invisible with faith, courage, and truth. In the next video, I will teach you a complete ritual to purify environments with herbs, salt, prayer, and symbols of light, so that energy can flow again in every corner of your home and your life.